And we finally made it, and this is the first ever Yokohama Presents Formula Drift Japan FDJ3 Top 16 that we will be seeing today.
Here at Suzuka Twin Circuit 皆さんようこそ。いよいよですね、今年から発足となりましたこの2023年横浜タイヤプレゼンツ Formula Drift Japan FDJ3 のラウンド1が始まろうとしています。ついに始まりましたこの FDJ3、若者たちを集まれということで FDJ3 の、若者たちの挑戦を待ってるぜということで FDJ3 はまさしくドリフトにこれから挑戦していこうとしている人たちのための大会となります。ここで、本当はですね、ベスト16のもちろん予選、を勝ち上がったドライバー、全てが戦うんですが、今年のシリーズですね、15位以内の、ドライバーたちは FDJ2 ですね、次のステージへとステップアップすることができます。そして FDJ、そして本土のアメリカですね、フォーミュラードリフト、若者たちが、どんどん上へ挑戦していく、ステージとなっています。So we're going to start at FDJ3. The top 15 out of the FDJ3 is going to have a privilege to move on to FDJ2. They can move on to FDJ after that and into the US Formula Drift USA series. So we have a ladder and a pyramid going on to see all the young drivers. It's challenging for them, but we're giving them a road, a path to pave so they can walk up the whole ladder.
Exactly, and most of you out there, we didn't have a live stream for the qualifying for FDJ3, but it was a rough patch for them on this track and how wet it was.
さあ、こちら実況席の方ちょっと、紹介したいと思いますが、僕の隣にいる、英語の実況のケニー・ハリス FDJ、FDJ2 でも、おなじみです。で FDJ3 もですね、このライブストリームの方手伝っていただきたいと思っておりますが、そして私、ジャッジの一人であるラビー西田、実況の方も担当させていただきます。そして隣にいるのが我らがフォーミュラドリフトジャパンの、ジャッジをいつも務めている今村陽一ジャッジ、そしてその隣にいるのがゲストジャッジ、レジェンドドライバーでもある、深田忠宏ジャッジですね。今回、一緒に3人のジャッジで進めさせていただきたいと思います。So it's going to be me, Robin Nishida. I'll be judging and also commentating with Imamura next to me, who is the usual Formula Drift Japan judge, and next to that is Mr. Fukada. He's going to be the guest judge for this time, and he is a long-term Formula Drift Japan driver. And the right of me is Kenny Harris. He is always doing the English side commentating.
More spectating than anything. He's right. But yes, Robbie's doing both dual hatting, Japanese and English, so hats off to him early on. But yes, I'm excited to see this drifting today because the weather's beautiful.
Yes, it is. And we had 20-somewhat drivers yesterday, but unfortunately only 4 qualified. 昨日のね、27台ほどのドライバーがいたんですが、悪天候の中でうまく、走りきれずに、今回4名のドライバーが予選通過ということで、ちょっと短い、決勝になってしまいますが、準決勝の方からスタートになっていきます。さあ、こちらコースもですね、晴れて、昨日と打って変わって、天候が晴れていますが、今回この FDJ3 注目なのが、横浜タイヤのワンメイク、ドリフトイベントでもある、特別なね、シリーズであります。そして、アドバンの AVEX V601 がですね、今回スペックタイヤということで The Spec Series with everybody on the same tires、 皆さん同じタイヤなので、このタイヤは GR カローラ RZ の標準、装着タイヤとして、認められたタイヤなので、ハイグリップすぎないためエンジンパワーを上げてもテクニックを磨けるタイヤになります。そしてこのタイヤのいいところでもあるのが、ドリフト入門にも適している、タイヤなので、使いやすいタイヤではないかなと思います。そして使い方はズバリ、ドライバーの実力、そして車のセットアップが、勝敗の鍵を握るんではないかなと思います。So this is a tire that comes stock with the GR Corolla RZs, and it's called the Apex V601. And this tire is very, it doesn't grip too much. You can't have an incredible amount of horsepower, but it's good enough where it's a, how can I say it, entry-level style tire that a lot of people can adapt to pretty quickly. So it's, this tire use, being able to set up your car to this tire and also the drivability and the technique of the driver is going to be one of the key of winning the event.
Exactly, and like you said, the biggest thing, spec tire being on the same tires, but at the same time developing your car around that tire to compete in all the different tracks that they have here for FDJ3.
So we see the track right now. I want to talk about the zones and how we're going to be judging this time. このコースのですね、ちょっと、説明をさせていただきたいと思いますが、フォーミュラドリフトジャパン、そして FDJ2、FDJ3、すべての、イベントですね、同じ、審査方法を行っています。こちらゾーンの、紹介なんですが、スタート地点見えますのがそこからストレート全開で来ていただいて、最初右のアウターゾーン、その手前でですね振り出しをして、その次にあるアウトゾーンに、深いところにあります、そこまで、一つのドリフト体勢で持っていきます。アウトゾーン3に差し掛かる前に振り返しをして、アウトゾーン3から、タッチ&ゴーに行くところ、ちょっとストレートが長い部分がありますが、アウトゾーン3を出ていく姿勢と、ラインでこのタッチ&ゴーをうまく、戻らずに、ドリフト状態で、最後のアウトゾーン、フィニッシュラインの手前のアウトゾーン4の、手前の振り返しまで持っていき、アウトゾーン3も、できる限りアウトに車のリアを寄せながら、通過してフィニッシュラインを越えていかなければならないということですね。I'm going to explain the zones. Obviously, there's a start line. There's a long straightaway. We're going to go ahead and make sure the cars are on it. You can't pedal it. You got to stay on it, full throttle. Go down the outside zone 1. Right before the outside zone 1, you have to initiate. There's the outside zone 2. Right after the outside zone 1, there has to be one motion from zone 1 to 2. You have a switchback, a transition going outside zone 3. Now the key to this track, there's a long straightaway going to touch and go. You have to make sure that you're on the right line, leaving the outside zone 3, and enough angle to go through the touch and go so you're not straightening completely. After that, there's a transition going to the last outer zone. We have it on the right side, right before the finish line. Make sure that you're drifting through the finish line. さあこちら、今回のねイベントのメインスポンサーでもある、横浜タイヤ様、Yokohama Tires, the main sponsor, and also, you know, it is a spec series. 今回のイベントもね、横浜ゴム様のご協力いただいております。さあそれではどんなファイナル4になるのでしょうか。いきなりファイナル4なんですが、昨日の予選の結果として、今回4名のドライバーが、準決勝から、スタートとなります。So there you have it. We got Yokohama Tires as our main sponsor, and obviously it's their spec tire series here. We're going to start with the final 4. This is unusual. Usually we have a top 16, but not enough drivers made it because they double incompleted yesterday because of the bad weather. Today it's nice, breezy, sunny, feels good out here. Now we're going to see these drivers go head to head to see who's going to take the win.
So like early on I was talking about FDJ3, this is the first ever run in this event here, and it's starting us off fresh in the 2023 season. So let's see these two drivers, how they're going to do in this final 4 battle. Who is going to be the first champ here on round 1 of FDJ3?
さあいよいよ2023年横浜タイヤプレゼンツフォーミュラドリフトジャパン FDJ3 ラウンド1のトップ4セミファイナルをお届けしてまいりたいと思います。Now we're moving on to the 2023 Yokohama Tire presents Formula Drift Japan FDJ3 Round 1 Final 4. Starting at the Final 4. さあ最初はですね、この2名のドライバーです。先行が内坂圭人選手、後追いが深澤光選手です。So we got Fukuzawa leading and Fukuzawa giving chase.
So let's see how Fukuzawa is going to adjust himself with the lead driver. Nice job with the entry by the lead, coming around outer zone 1, but that proximity, oh, there it is, closing that gap, swinging back around to outer zone 3 here. Let's see if they're going to both be able to link this portion of the track. And I got to say, there's a huge gap between drivers here. And they had a fair time to practice and a good session this morning, so I'm not sure if they're adjusting themselves for one another's driving.
昨日はウェットで、今日ドライなんですが、ちょっと今ですね、後ろの車両、深澤選手遅れている感じがしましたが、ちょっと注目したいのはリプレイでも上がると思いますが、 深澤選手がちょっと全体的に離れすぎ、そして、先行の、仏坂選手もちょっとアウトゾーン2から3に行くところの体勢がちょっと崩れていった感じかなというところ。There was, I think there was a little, I'm sorry, there was a separation between these two cars, but at the same time, the lead car, Butsaka, he didn't look so clean going from outside zone 2 to 3. It almost looked like a big correction he made as well. Maybe that might have caused a separation for the chase car as well. So we're going to have to go ahead and check this out and see what happens once they switch places. さあ、今度は入れ替えて、深澤選手が先行、そして仏坂選手が後追いです。
Yeah, just like Robbie was saying, that outer zone 2 could definitely be cleaned up. Fukuzawa definitely dove in on him and closed that proximity, but it looks like that adjustment that was laid by the lead driver messed him up. And there it is right there, nicer proximity, but there goes Fukuzawa. Looks like a correction was made by that chase, and the chase is struggling to stay right there and keep it in drift throughout outer zone 3. Swinging back around, trying to close that proximity through the finish, but once again taking that shallower line by the chase.
これはちょっと、後追いの仏坂選手、大きいミスを2回、3回ほどしましたね。ちょっと、戻ってしまいまして、で深澤選手のもちろんね、後追いのドライバーが影響されるぐらい、先行のドライバーがミスをしていれば、また話は別なんですが、深澤選手、淡々と先行を走っていた模様です。Obviously, there was a lot of mistakes made by Butsaka as a chase car. We were looking at, the lead car Fukuzawa, seeing if he's not making any mistakes. There were no major mistakes made by Fukuzawa as the lead car.
Imamura going left with Fukuzawa, Nishida going that way, and Fukada. So it looks like Fukuzawa gets the win.
さあ、今回の戦い、ゼッケン881。深澤光選手勝ち上がりおめでとうございます。
Yes, Fukuzawa was very clean on his lead and chase, even though he made that adjustment due to the fact that the lead was correcting himself from outer zone 2 to 3.
いや、残念ながら仏坂選手予選が1番だったのですが、ドライになってからの、走行ちょっと苦戦したのか深澤選手に負けてしまいました。次回期待したいと思います。深澤選手はこのまま、決勝進出です。さあ、次の戦いです。次の戦い、先行がゼッケン29番小田原ジュニア選手、そして、後追いがゼッケン803丸山ヤン選手。
See how Otara is going to do in the lead this time, going against Yan Maruyama. S15 versus S14 here, S chassis battle. Here they are coming into outer zone 1. Not too bad by the lead. Oh, looks like a long e-brake hold getting to that outer zone 2, causing that chase to adjust himself. Oh, and over-rotating in the chase position. But we'll have to take a look and see what happened there with the lead driver and see if it affected that chase. Ooh.
ちょっと後追いの車両が前の車に合わせるよりちょっと追っかけモードになっている部分がありましたが、小田原選手もちょっと、進入でのサイドも長いかなというところですが、ああいう場面になると後追いの車ももうちょっと合わせてもらいたいなっていうところです。It looks like there was a lot of decel, but obviously it's initiation, so I know he was on the e-brake for a while, and we don't like that. But at the same time, it seemed like the chase car was being a little bit too aggressive chasing, where we want to see the car mimic the lead car. So what he's trying to chase down the lead car more than trying to do what the lead car is doing. At the switchback as well, he got a little too aggressive and he corrected.
Exactly. So we'll see how they're going to do. Tables turn here while Maruyama's going to be in the lead this time.
さあ、今度は丸山選手が先行、そして小田原選手が後追いです。さあ、馬力も400馬力ほど、14と15の差。
400 horsepower battle here. But yeah, definitely conditions are night and day from yesterday. They had, horsepower for days in the rain, and here they are having to find out where that grip patches are and adjusting their cars throughout the track.
いやでも本当に昨日の、この雨の中のコンディション、戦って勝ち上がったこのドライバーたち、今日は打って変わってドライの路面。
So Maruyama in the lead this time, coming around, nice aggressive approach. Hitting that edge of that track right there out of outer zone 1. It looks like he's gapping the chase there. Swing it back around. Nice job through outer zone 3. Not bad there for the lead as the chase is just trying to close that proximity but unable to catch back up. Now the judges got to take a look at the lead-to-lead, chase-to-chase between these two drivers.
All right, so there's a couple of things that are going through my mind because that's the chase car should be closer and he's a little bit too far, and we're not going to incomplete him because of that. But at the same time, the lead car currently, when they were in the chase position, they made multiple mistakes where they were incompleting, so it's going to be really hard. さあ今のですね、ちょっと、多少離れてもいいと思うんですが、後ろの車両、小田原選手離れすぎかなと。あれ
Oh, looks like we're going to the right. Otahara!
いや、ちょっとこれはですね、ちょっとずれてるです。
It looks like it might be a recount here, so we'll see. They're making a correction on that call for this run.
はい、今の結果的に言うとですね、2-1だったんで、今村洋一ジャッジが、丸山選手、そして私西田ラビーと、深田ジャッジは、ワンモアタイムを選んだということで、この戦いワンモアタイムです。
And there you go.
ちょっと待ってください。
They're getting the final call. For the online viewers out there, appreciate you viewing. And yes, you can see there's going to be another one.
Oh, never mind. It's not a one more time. It's all.
It's not?
Yeah. はい、申し訳ないです。今のですね、なぜかちょっとねスクリーンとかがちょっとおかしくなっちゃったんですが、勝ち上がったのが、丸山ヤン選手、おめでとうございます。ヤン・マルヤマ gets the win and moves on to the finals.
We're getting a final correction on there.
Really apologize. There's a whole big mix-up right now, so we're gonna have to deal with it right now. But really sorry about that. 本当に申し訳ないですね。何度も変えるようなんですが、変わってないです。最初からアナウンスが間違ってただけなんで、本当に申し訳ありません。勝ち上がったのはゼッケン29番小田原ジュニア選手です。Moving on is car number 29, Otahara, Junior Otahara. He gets the win, is moving on to the finals.
So there you are. So Otahara Jr. is going to be moving on to the finals, going against Hikaru Fukazawa. So we'll see who's going to battle it out, both S chassis, who's going to win it for the first ever FDJ3 event here at the Suzuka Twin Circuit.
さあ今年、発足しました、FDJ3 ラウンド1のもう決勝戦なんですが、決勝を戦うドライバーゼッケン29番、小田原ジュニア選手、そして、対するはゼッケン881深澤光選手となります。さあ昨日は雨だったので予選が、苦戦したドライバーがいっぱいいたと思いますが、今回残念ながら4名のドライバーのみの、決勝日となってしまいましたが、この先もね FDJ3 まだ、何戦も残っているので他のドライバーにも頑張っていただきたいなと思いますが、 You know, it's kind of obvious we only have 4 drivers left out of all the drivers that qualified or went for the qualify yesterday. Today's the main day. We got the tandem going on, but there's only 4 drivers that made it, and we're going to be doing one more battle. Now we're at the finals. It's a very short main day for the FDJ3, but we do have other rounds in the near future. Hopefully a lot of the other drivers will be able to step it up and make it into the finals.
Exactly. There's a full FDJ3 series this year, so they're going to have multiple tracks, multiple courses going on. Check out the schedule on the Formula Drift Japan page to all the other tracks that they'll be hitting, because they'll be hitting some of the smaller tracks that we usually don't see in any of the series between the Pro Series and the FDJ2 series.
そうなんですね。他にね FDJ3 だけのコースも、今年やるのでね、皆さんに期待してもらいたいなと思いますが、スケジュールはフォーミュラドリフトジャパンの、ホームページの方をご覧ください。今ですね、上空の方から映像には映っています、ここ鈴鹿ツインサーキットフォーミュラドリフトのね開幕戦も来週控えているので、そちらもぜひご覧になっていただきたいと思います。Here we are from the skies, from the air of Formula Drift Japan, Suzuka Twin Circuit. We will be kicking off our first round of Formula Drift Japan. Also here at Suzuka Twin next weekend. So
yes.
Hopefully you guys could tune in for that as well.
And then also in a few hours, we'll be going straight into our FDJ2 Top 16. But till then, we need to see how this battle is going to pan out and who's going to be crowned champ of the first round of FDJ3.
そうなんです。スペックタイヤシリーズのこの FDJ3、いよいよ決勝戦です。FDJ2 もこの後控えているので、皆さん、後でライブストリームの方をご覧いただきたいと思いますが、こちら先行走るのがゼッケン29番小田原ジュニア選手、そして後追いがゼッケン881深澤光選手になります。もう決勝戦なんですが、このラウンド1制するのはどのドライバーになるのか。
Otoharu in the left in the white S15 going against Fukazawa. That's going to be in the chase in the S14. Let's see how it's going to go with this S chassis battle. It was an S chassis final. That's crazy.
I think all 4 drivers were S chassis.
That's what I'm saying. It's S finals.
さあ、スタートです。
All right, here they are. First ever, our first and final battle between these two before they switch roles. Riding that edge of outer zone 1. Nice job. Coming back around. Got to close that proximity here. Dialing it in through outer zone 3. Nice job coming out of outer zone 3 through a touch and go by both drivers here. Swinging back around. And a strong finish by both drivers. Proximity was a factor here, but we'll see how the rules are when they swap.
もうちょっと近くで走ってもらいたいなという部分はありますが、ちょっとなんか単走2台見ているような感じがしますが、ちょっとなんか癖なのかわかんないですけど、小田原選手でやっぱ進入がちょっと、ストレートで速度が乗り切らないのがわからないのですが、目立つところです。今度はね入れ替えて、どうなるかちょっと見てみたいと思いますが、looks like Otahara is in a habit of kind of a slower initiation. Maybe he can't gain the speed on the straightaway. I'm not sure. But now we're gonna have to see what's gonna happen when Fukazawa leads and Otahara gives chase. But it almost kind of looked like 2 individual runs because there was a pretty
big proximity gap between the two.
There was a sizable gap between the cars. さあ、FDJ3 初ラウンド、決勝戦。深澤選手が今度は先行、小田原選手が後追いです。
Fukazawa in the lead this time, initiating real early there, that 3-2-1 coming through outer zone 1. Could have been a little deeper in that outer zone 2, but this is where the proximity has to be closed and dialed in. Struggling just a little, but it's almost like a duplicate run like we just saw between these 2 drivers. So we'll have to compare. The judges will have to check out the lead, chase to chase on these 2 drivers. we'll see here. This could be it. We could have a champ here for the first ever Yokohama Tire Presents FDJ3.
さあ2023年フォーミュラードリフトジャパン FDJ3 Round1 鈴鹿ツインサーキット、ちょっと短い決勝戦でしたが、ここで勝者が決まりました。 Now we will be announcing the winner shortly here for the first ever FDJ3 Round1 at SUZUKA Twin Circuit. Now both of the drivers will be sent back here in front of the judging stand. さあジャッジ席の前の方ですかね、に、ドライバーたちが、呼ばれてきます。そしてここで、勝者をアナウンスさせていただきたいと思います。I'm going to go ahead and announce the winner here. Actually, the first ever winner of the round. So
exactly. And for the viewers out there, thank you for tuning in. And like I said, we will be rolling into FDJ2 today also. Track conditions are amazing compared to how they were yesterday, where it was rainy. It was a struggle to get some runs in, but these drivers out here during practice and right here, like you just saw in this final four, has been pretty phenomenal.
そうなんです。この後もですね、少し経ってから、フォーミュラードリフトジャパン FDJ2 の、開幕戦の、決勝トップ16が行われるので、そちらもねこの後、ライブストリームの方で見ていただきたいなと思いますが、
So now we're just waiting for these drivers to pull up.
トップ3の車両が、トップ3の車両が今、ジャッジ席の方に来ますが、この後はですね、トップ16 FDJ2 のトップ16のオープニングセレモニーが、13時50分1時50分からライブストリーム、始まりますので皆さんご覧ください。オープニングセレモニーが、1時50分から We're gonna go ahead and start the top 16 opening ceremony for the FDJ2 round here at Suzuka Twin. That will be starting at 13:50, so don't miss that as well, because we are about to wrap up the FDJ3. It was a very short live stream, but it's just the start. So I'm looking forward to seeing many great things for the series.
Exactly, because they have a different blend of cars. Just like we saw in FDJ2, the blend of cars that came out, they have a different blend, different type of build. So we'll see how they're going to perform throughout this season. So it looks like they're getting the cars squared away.
さあ、フォーミュラドリフトはですね、3位決定戦がないので、3位、4位のドライバーは予選が高い順で、選ばれていきます。ということで、こちら3名のドライバー、決勝、終わりまして、3名のドライバーが、います。そして、今からですね、アナウンスしていきたいと思います。Here are the top three drivers here, and obviously we don't do a third place battle. It is usually the driver that is higher ranked in the qualified, so the qualified does matter as well. さあ、今回初めてですね、行われました2023 Yokohama Tire Presents Formula Drift Japan FDJ3 Round 1、ここ鈴鹿ツインサーキット見事3位、表彰ドライバーです。ゼッケン60番ぶつさかケイト選手 from Makeup Garage B2、 おめでとうございます。見事3位、初戦 FDJ3 初となるこの初戦3位です。おめでとうございます。予選はね昨日雨の中だったんですが見事1位通過、そして今回は3位となりました。さあ続いて、優勝ドライバーのアナウンス発表したいと思います。So here's the winner of the first ever FDJ3 Round 1 here at Suzuka Twin Circuit. The winner, 優勝ドライバー、ゼッケン881深澤光選手、おめでとうございます。F5 Racing with Best Car number 881 Hikaru Fukazawa gets the win. おめでとうございます。Here is the winner of the first round of FDJ3。そして惜しくも2位となったドライバーゼッケン29番小田原ジュニア選手 from Top Garage。おめでとうございます。この3名のドライバーが2023年横浜タイヤプレゼンツフォーミュラードリフトジャパン FDJ3 初のラウンドの、表彰台に立つドライバー3名です。皆様熱い走りおめでとうございます。ちょっと短い、決勝戦でしたが、昨日の悪天候の中予選を通過し、今日はこの晴れのコンディションで、見事勝ち上がったドライバー3名です。おめでとうございます。We had a rough day yesterday because of the track condition. It was wet. We didn't have enough drivers to fill the top 16 spot, but here are the drivers that made it through and actually battled it out and made it to the top 3 here today with the different track condition.
I gotta say, it must be like a Suzuka Twin Circuit thing, because last year at FDJ2 we had an R32 podium, and here we are, we have an S chassis podium sitting right in front of us.
いや本当ですね、前回の FDJ2 去年なんですが R32 が3台で、今回は S チャーシーシルビアが3台ということは FDJ2 はこの後あるんですが、
そうですね。
また車揃っちゃうんですかね。
1、2、3位が。
1、2、3位。Are we going to have the same cars for the FDJ2 that we're going to have after this?
Hey, we could. We never know, and you'll never know unless you come join us on the next live stream for FDJ2 here in the next few hours.
さあ、もうね、ちょっと短いライブストリームだったんですが、今村洋一ジャッジ、今回初めてとなる FDJ3、このね、新しいタイヤである、アペックス、そうですね、V601 なんですが、このタイヤを、装着して走らなきゃいけないというのがもう基本的なルールなんですが、このスペックタイヤという、タイヤのルール、そしてこの FDJ3 どういう考えで、今回見守っていましたか？
なんとなく、イコール条件、FDJ2 からの流れでイコール条件というところでやっぱりこう、馬力をね上げればいいっていうよりはこう腕一本で勝負できるっていうところのカテゴリーがすごくこうね、こう根強くこう広がってくれればいいなっていうところの思いがこうメーカーさんのね後押しもあり、こういうカテゴリーになってすごくこれは楽しいなっていうふうに思いました。
はい。Yeah, like he said, he said thanks to the manufacturer's support, this category is really important because we have guys that aren't about just horsepower. It's about, driver's skill, see how well they can set up their cars to get on top. So it's not about just throwing parts at your car and making it better. Hopefully we could see more events like this where it's going to be a spec tire series where it's more equal for all the drivers. さあ、最後にですね、深田ジャッジの方からもこの FDJ3 の、
はい、
全体的な感想をどんな感じで見ていましたか？
今年よりこの開催されたフォーミュラドリフトジャパン3なんですけれども、新たなその選手っていうのがたくさん出てこられ、その選手が昨日いろんな方とお話したんですけど、すごいこう楽しく大会に出られてるなっていうのを印象を受けまして、こういうのもっとねたくさんのドライバーがそういうなんていうんですか気持ちで出てもらえれば僕らとしても見てても楽しいなっていう気分になりますよね。なのでいっぱいこの登竜門として出てもらえればと思いました。
はい、just like he said, we would like to pave the path for all these guys because this is the first time that they are doing the FDJ3, and he was able to speak to a lot of the drivers and a lot of new drivers that are in it. And they were all just enjoying it, and that's what he felt from the drivers. The teams and the drivers were just enjoying it, and being able to enjoy the rounds and the competition itself is really important. So, like we said, we're happy to be part of this and being able to support the drivers and the teams to have this.
Exactly, and with this series, just like FDJ2 came 3 years ago, it's just making the competition here in Japan that much better and moving up.
さあということですね、こちら、FDJ3 の方、初めての、ラウンドだったんですが、いろいろちょっとね申し訳ないです、ちょっと不手際があったんですが、この先も頑張っていきたいと思いますので、この後ですね、13時、50分から、フォーミュラドリフト FDJ2 の方が、ライブストリームを始めますので、このメンバーでまたお送りしたいと思います。We're going to be right back after these short messages, but don't forget to tune in at 13:50 Japan time. We're going to go into the FDJ3 opening ceremony, so don't miss it. We're going to be here, the same guys. We're going to be judging the driving, and there's going to be a lot more drifting, so don't miss out.
Yes, tune in.